Hello, my name is JJ. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm instructed to say that according to this most recent General Conference. As such, as a member of that Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, my prophet would be very disappointed that I'm even reading this material right now. This is not scriptural material. This is very off-color jokes. If you came here expecting to hear something scriptural, please go to our other video entitled BROREADING. Nope, sorry, start over. BROGUEV as in Valley, ARRA, READING. Go over to that one. If you have young children that are watching this video, please do not continue to allow them to watch this video. All right, so this is Playboy's Party Jokes from December 2001. Before I read those, I'll tell you a joke that I got from my classmate Jeremiah in the 7th grade in Catholic school. Hopefully he's out there watching this, and he'll click like. This was one of his favorite jokes to tell at lunchtime. All right, so this man has a problem with his junk. He has to make an appointment with his urologist because he's having a problem with his junk, So he makes the doctor's appointment and accidentally walks into the podiatrist's office instead of the urologist's office. For those of you that don't know, a podiatrist specializes in what? Feet. Even Doug didn't know that? I thought Doug knew that. It's feet. Okay, so he walks into the foot doctor's... I just ruined the punchline of the joke. He walks into the podiatrist's office and says, my appointment is at 2 o'clock. The nurse says, okay, go through that door, pull the curtain behind you, take off all your clothes, then open the curtain a couple inches and stick it out. Okay, so he walks back, takes off his clothes, pulls the curtain back a couple inches, sticks out his penis. The doctor comes by, takes one look at it and gets really mad and says, excuse me, sir, that's not a foot. Embarrassed, the man pulls up his pants and says, I'm sorry, doc, I didn't know there was a minimum. All right. Playboy's Party Jokes. Thanks, Jeremiah. Jeremiah was a bull for all. Was a good friend of mine. Playboy's Party Jokes, December 2001. Mrs. Claw, and the person who transcribed these had really bad spelling, so I'm going to have to really do my best to read these. Mrs. Claus realized that her marriage was in trouble when she found out that Santa was nailing more than stockings in front of the fireplace. Oh. Why is Santa so jolly? Because he knows where all the bad girls live. Obviously the first time I heard that joke was when I read this December 2001, but do you know who else told me that joke about 10 years after that? The son of my a-hole roommate, who is officially out of my life now because he closed his checking account. You know who you are out there. But yeah, his son posted that as a comment on my Facebook. It's probably still on there somewhere. All right. Next Santa joke. During dinner, a man said to his... No, this is not a Santa joke. All right. During dinner, a man said to his date, drinking makes you beautiful. Puzzled, she said, but I don't drink. I know, he said, but I do. Burn.
That fire, ambulance is over bearing.
You want me to read it again?
Yeah,
okay.
Terrifying.
During dinner, a man said to his date, drinking makes you beautiful. Puzzled, she said, but I don't drink. I know, he said, but I do. Alright, speaking of which, we just saw a rerun of Married with Children that had Vanna White on it, and that reminded me of that song called 9 Coronas. My baby looks like Vanna White after 9 Coronas. Parody of My Sharona. From Dr. Demento. Okay, a rabbit was hopping through the forest when he came upon a giraffe rolling a joint. That's the joke right there. No, just kidding. Came upon a giraffe rolling a joint. The rabbit said, giraffes don't do drugs. Come run with me through the forest. The giraffe looked at the rabbit, then at the joint. He dropped the joint and ran off with the rabbit. They came upon an elephant snorting cocaine. The rabbit said, elephants don't do drugs. Come run with us through the forest. The elephant looked at them, looked at his razor blade, looked at his mirror, tossed them away, and began running with the rabbit and the giraffe. The three animals then came across a lion about to shoot up. The rabbit said, lions don't do drugs. Come run with us through the forest. The lion looked at the rabbit and then at the needle. He put down the needle and started to beat up the rabbit. Horrified, the giraffe and elephant asked the lion, why are you doing this? He was trying to help you. The lion answered, this little fucker, he makes me run around the forest like a fucking idiot every time he's on ecstasy. So now that I've said the word fuck numerous times, my roommate was an asshole, not an a-hole. If you're LDS and you're watching this, don't watch it anymore. A wise man once said that instead of seeing a woman wrestle, he'd like to see her box. Yeah! Nice. I should get a t-shirt that says that. Blonde joke of the month. A car struck a blonde walking across the street. The driver knelt by her side. Are you all right? He asked. You're just a blur, the blonde responded. Something must be wrong with my vision. Concerned, the man leaned closer to her and asked, how many fingers have I got up? Oh no, she cried. I must be paralyzed from the waist down, too. Oh, burn.
I didn't get it.
So basically, she gets fingered so much that he
Oh.
assumed that the guy stuck his fingers in her vagina. A man asked...
Oh, she's a whore.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's blonde, so that's what they're implying. A man asked a female clerk, hey, miss, may I have 11 condoms? Don't miss me, mister, she responded. Oh, very well, the man said. Make it a dozen and meet me in the parking lot in 5 minutes. Oh, man. Wow. A woman was walking through the woods when she came across a leprechaun caught in a trap. The leprechaun said, if you release me, I will grant you 3 wishes. The woman freed the leprechaun, who said, thank you. You now have 3 wishes, and whatever you wish for your husband will get 10 times over. Whatever you wish for, your husband will get 10 times over. The woman said to be the most beautiful woman in the world. The leprechaun warned her, your husband will be the most handsome man in the world. The woman replied, that's okay. I trust my husband. So, poof, she became the most beautiful woman in the world. For her second wish, she wanted to be the richest woman in the world. The leprechaun said, but that will make your husband 10 times richer than you. The woman said, that's okay, we'll share our money. So, poof, she became the richest woman in the world. The leprechaun then inquired about her third wish. She answered, I'd like a mild heart attack. Oh. Oh, man. That should have been on No Man with Married with Children. Marcy. A man walked into a bar and drank a triple scotch in one gulp. Wow, the bartender said, something bad must have happened. I caught my wife having sex with my best friend, the man said. I told her to pack her bags and get out. What did you say to your friend? The bartender asked. The man replied, I looked him straight in the eye and said, bad dog. Oh, man, bestiality. All right, Playboy Classic. That's the second time we've had a really tasteless bestiality joke.
That doesn't taste about bestiality.
The other one was, nobody's doing it with the sheriff's gal. That's nice. All right, Playboy Classic. The 7 dwarves were all standing outside a convent. When a nun walked out, Dopey approached her and said, excuse me, sister, do you have any dwarf nuns in there? The nun said no. Dopey then asked, are there dwarf nuns anywhere in this city? The nun replied, not that I am aware of. As she walked away, the other dwarfs began chanting, Dopey fuck the penguin, Dopey fuck the penguin, Dopey fuck the penguin.
Oh, man.
Alright. Alright, I'm going to go throw these away. Get ready for something much more intellectually stimulating in 1984 for our next video. Anything else?
You want to say anything else about any jokes or anything? When you get back? You can put that in recycling. Yeah. Do you want to say anything? You want me to turn off the video?